So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. And they'll accept that penalty. 32. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Powering his way forward. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. His throw incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Purdy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Excellent coverage there on the play from Cameron Curl.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time,
and they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 16-point deficit.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Here we go, Shaq.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Shotgun now with Purdy. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Pass complete, now race for the marker. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. They were ready. But The defenses practice these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boys, my team well prepared, and the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. 2nd and 9. Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly.
And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 40. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that'll be caught. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Here's Purdy. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver's inbounds or out of bounds. You expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. And that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
Purdy now to throw. Throw here's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
They go play action here. Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his...
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a first down. But how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame, everyone has responsibilities, even rushing on a field goal attempt. You've got the tight end, you've got the wing back, you might have the guy out of the backfield. But they executed that well. Yeah. Really stuck to what they needed to do.
It wasn't just 11 guys trying to block it. They were ready. They got it done. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jennings. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now Purdy. And that one too wide and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now Moody for the PAT.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. Shrugs him off. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. And that flag accepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Purdy from the gun. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Still first down.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun, here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw is Stafford. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before the break. Stafford toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 51 yards. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball,
You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that's...
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity to think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Following the penalty, it's Williams.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 9.
From the 50, it's Stafford.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Niners take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point try now for Moody.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another fourth down.
This is fielded at the 27. Fighting through, and he's got space.
Wrap up.
Still moving. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go now.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snap.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down, with an explosive gain of 34. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He's into space past the 25, and he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now,
our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Purdy, well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really. This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Shotgun now with Purdy. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking for Jawan Jennings that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Purdy looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Purdy sets up to throw again. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And the Niners add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leonard Floyd, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, Someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He's still on his feet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Purdy now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats.
Touchdown! George Kittle, 26 yards. And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Able to fight through one tackle.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get your reset.
This 2nd and 4.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And taken right on the 30. Bell sheds him off. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. McCaffrey running up the middle. Room here to run. Now he's into the clear again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the state.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead. And the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Now Samuel. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.